Know what today is? It's Wellness Wednesday. Yep. So y'all already know what it is. We are back for another edition of Wellness Wednesday. And I know I'm a little late today and I apologize, but you know, that's how life goes sometimes. But that does not stop the show. So I am here to add another addition to your Silver Linings Playbook. Hopefully, you guys have been, just trying out the different activities. Like I said, I really, really hope that you've been intentional about implementing some of those things. And some of those things I'm sure you probably realized that you had already been doing. And that's really the point of Wellness Wednesday. It's not to it's not to make your life harder. It's just to point out opportunities that you already are doing things, but expand on them and being more intentional about that. So for today, I want to focus again on gratitude. Like, I'm big on gratitude. I think gratitude is so important and it's something that we don't give a lot of credit to. But basically, I know I've talked a couple of times about how to be more intentional about gratitude, but this one is definitely just adding specific intentions on pointing out things that you're grateful for. So it's really simple. Keep a gratitude journal. Okay. And there is no right or wrong way to keep this journal, but there are a couple of things that I encourage you or suggestions that I have to help you just kind of get started with keeping that journal. So, one is to write down at most, I would say 5 things that you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be exactly 5 things, it can be one thing, but try to pick out 5 things and keep a it's very important that you write it down because the practice of writing it down helps your mind to focus on these particular events and helps you kind of get into practice of how to identify and practice them or point them out every day in your life. And the goal of the exercise is to just remember just different things that happen to you, people that are important, things that are important, the small things, and also it helps to just kind of recreate those moments and those emotions that come up when you think about those peoples and those things. So here is just some specific tips to include when you're writing your gratitude journal. One is to be specific as possible. Details are important when you want to really like hold on to those moments of gratitude, and you want to think about depth instead of breadth. The breadth is to go deep, like really hone in on specific details and elaborate on those details and just really kind of recreate that event. So like if you're thinking about a specific person that or particular person that you're grateful for, really think about the benefits of what that person has brought into your life, or those things that the benefits of having them in your life. Don't just it means more to go into detail versus just creating just a superficial list of things. We did do an activity where we did like a gratitude jar, and those were a list of things. And though they're not superficial, like the list is not superficial, but the whole point of creating gratitude is really having a deeper connection and a greater understanding as to why something or someone brings you that sense of gratitude. So one, again, be specific. Two, go for depth when you're writing things. And number three is just get personal. So focus on people whom you're grateful for. It has more of a lasting impact than just, like I said, than just listing meaningful things. Um, and then specifically on the things that make you grateful for that person or even that thing. And number four is think about subtraction when you're thinking about gratitude. Like, how would your life be if you didn't have this thing or this person that you're grateful for? rather than tallying things up, like I'm grateful for these 10 things or these 20 things, so I was able to list 50 things. Really focusing on just one thing and thinking about like how my life would be different and how it would be impacted if I didn't have this thing that I'm grateful for. And so, again, number one, be specific. Number two, um, go deep. Number three, make it personal. Number four, subtraction. So the idea of subtraction, what would my life be without this? Number five is to see things as gifts. So like thinking things in terms as if they are gifts will help you not take things for granted. Like it will help you really just relish and savor things. I mean, just think about it. Like I'm sure there is a gift that you've received and you are just like this means so much to me because this person gave it to me or whatever. So if we think about everything just in a term of like I have the gift of life. Like I watched this movie yesterday and it was a war movie, but it just really just made me think about like how precious life is because people are just they would die and they would just throw them overboard and I mean in certain situations I understand, but anyway, I'm getting off topic, but just thinking about things as a gift and then savor surprises. So try to rethink and and remember events that were surprising or unexpected. A lot of times when we are surprised or we receive something that we wasn't expecting to receive, we feel a significant emotional connection to it, and those really elicit like stronger levels of response and gratitude. So really, rethink about stuff that took you by surprise, that just were not expected, and write about those things. And if you find yourself like constantly going back to the same thing or the same person over and over, that's fine. Just remember, think about it in detail. Like what specifically? Think about a different detail that kind of connects you to that moment. Like why? Think about why you probably fall back on this event or this person over and over again, because it has a particular you're particularly drawn to it. So kind of draw that out so that you can recreate it in other areas of your life. And then the other thing is to write regularly. Like it's super important. Like we are creatures of habit. So we want to constantly think about that. Even though you might be a person that kind of rolls with the punches. Like I feel like I'm pretty much that person, but anybody, any person, they work really well with routine and habit. So you want to start to create a routine in your life, which is why I suggest you do this as a journal because and you want to, like I say, create it as a habit. So dedicate a time. Excuse me. Dedicate a particular journal, dedicate a space, dedicate um, just whatever works for you. Make a dedication to it and be really intentional about doing it. But at the same time, when you make this commitment, you also don't want to overdo it. Like study research shows that when you focus on gratitude, is more beneficial if you do it in like chunks. So I wouldn't suggest that you do a gratitude journal every day because if you do it every day, then it's like the level of meaning becomes mundane to a degree. So you want to kind of like built in build in kind of I can't think of the word, but anyway, you just don't want to overdo it. Like do it three, I would suggest 3 to 4 times a week, really. So just for 15 minutes, 15 minutes at a time, just dedicate 3 to 4 times a week to keeping a gratitude journal, and that will be super beneficial for you. And like I said, in those times where it's difficult and you feel like I can't think about nothing I'm grateful for, that's what the journal is for. You can like you can relive, you can read over your old entries and have that sense of gratitude and have those positive emotions kind of spark up again. Now, on the other end of that, And then just a shameless plug, and I'm sorry, y'all, but I do have anxiety and stress kits, and in it you will receive a gratitude journal. So I just wanted to let you guys know that and if that is something that you're interested in, please feel free to DM me, and I'll let you know how I can get one out to you. And just this is a pocket-sized gratitude journal, so it's one that you can take with you anywhere. And it has kind of like, I don't know if you can see this. Nope, my lighting is bad, but it has already has some prompts in here that can help you on creating this journal for you, as well as just some tips on integrating gratitude and being more intentional about bringing gratitude into your life. Well, anyway, guys, I'm gonna see you guys next Wednesday for that'll actually be our last Silver Linings Playbook edition. And I look forward actually to next month because I have something. mm, I don't know if it's special, but every month I'm going to be doing specified things. So next week will be the end of our Silver Liners Playbook, and I will do a recap of everything that we covered for it. I'll probably wait until Friday to do it, but I just wanted to let you know that I look forward to seeing you guys next Wednesday, and I hope that you have a good rest of your day, week, month, year, life, etc., etc. And remember, don't be basic because you're so much more. All right, y'all. Bye.